Hello, students. This is Shyam Sundar Agrawal. We are continuing with our discussion on our lab, which is Python programming lab. So, in my previous videos, we discussed how to prepare your PC or laptop for executing this programs on Python. So, I hope that you have successfully done this work, and Anaconda Navigator is on your PC now. So this is how Anaconda Navigator looks like, the home screen, and I am launching this Spyder. So when I launch this Spyder, it may take 1 or 2 minutes to launch. So meanwhile, we can see the basic features of Python as a initial or beginning discussion. So let us see here. So Python is a high level language. So I hope that you understand what is low level and middle level, high level languages. So it's a high level language, and its versions are named as 2.x and 3.x. So point x means 2.123 and so on, and 3.x means 3.123 and so on. 2.x is now obsolete. Its support has been stopped, but we are using 3.x. So these are some features of Python. So let us see what are the features of Python. These are notable features. So few main features I have jotted down here. So one thing is it is interpreted and not compiled. I hope that since first year you know what is difference in an interpreter and a compiler. So in case of interpreter, line by line code execution is done, while in compiler we take a complete program of multiple lines, maybe 100 or anything. So in case of compiler, the whole program is first taken as input by the compiler, and then syntax errors, it is checked for syntax errors. If it is error free, then it is converted into some other form like object form, or then finally executable form, and then it is executed. That means the whole program or the script is executed and single lines are not executed. While in case of interpreter, line by line execution is done. If the lines are syntactically correct, they are executed. So it is interpreter based language, but interpreter is used in two forms. One is interactive mode, that is command line, we will see in Spyder, interactive mode, and then script mode. Then second feature is free and open source. So I hope that you know about what is free and open source means. Free means a software which is available to you without paying any money for it. So those softwares are free. And open source is a different term which tells you that whether you are getting the source code of the software also for viewing or editing, etc. So it's free and open source. Then it is portable, that is platform independent. So you can run on any platform. Most of the students are using Windows. That's why we have discussed how to install on Windows. Otherwise, in laboratories in Linux also, you can install this Spyder Navigator and then work on it using this Anaconda Navigator and using any of the user interface like Spyder. Then dynamic typing. So what does dynamic typing means? See, in every programming language, you have some data types. Like in C programming, the basic data types are integer, float, character, double, etc. So in Python also, it have its own set of data types. So data types we will study in detail, but it has data types. But at the time of declaration, you need not mention like int x. It is not required. If you write x equals to 10, it will be automatically taken as integer. If you write x equals to 10.5, it will be taken as float. So when you initialize or assign some value to a variable, its type is determined dynamically. That's why it is called dynamic typing programming language. It's a good feature of this Python. So no explicit declaration is required. Then the automatic memory management. So what does it mean, automatic memory management? It means that when you allocate some memory to an object, and you require to deallocate it using a free statement or something like that in C programming. So here the garbage is collection is taken care of automatically, and you need not use any free statement to free the memory space. So that is what we call automatic memory management in Python. So these are the some basic features of Python. We must be aware of these things. And then these are user interfaces. So this is interfaces. So see, in you when we do some Python programming or any programming, we need an environment, or say editor, and the place where we type the code and all. So user interface. So ideally, interpreter was one user interface, or the interface which is used to write Python scripts or programs. Then IPython, so introduced in 2001, then Jupyter Notebook in 2014, and Spyder, which we are going to use. So these are different user interface. You can use any of these, but we will be doing this latest one, that is Spyder. So what is Spyder? So Spyder, this spelling. So you can take this as a full form, like the scientific Python development environment. So it is made out of this thing. So Spyder is a user interface which is available for you. All these interfaces are available with Anaconda package. So we have installed Anaconda Navigator. So Anaconda Navigator home screen looks like this. So after installation, you will see like this. Here Jupyter Lab, Jupyter Notebook, and these are the various things, command prompt, and this is Spyder. So there are many things available. We are using this user interface Spyder, which is the latest one for doing this Python programming lab. I have also allowed you to use online compilers. Those who have a comparatively having lesser RAM in their PCs, or older PCs or laptops, and if they are facing problem in now installing this Anaconda Navigator, so they may also use online compilers. There is no issue in that, because your syllabus describes the basic or fundamental understanding of Python programming. So you can easily do on the online compilers. So this is the basic things, theoretical aspects of this, which you must be aware of. Now we see after launching. So I have launched Spyder from here, and now you can see here, this is the Spyder. I Let me delete these all things, so that uh, these are the previous work. Here you can see this window. This window is, you have command line. So command line means you can execute. This is if I execute something here using Python programming language, then it is called interactive mode. Interactive mode means I give some command over here and I get the response. So it is interactive mode or command line mode. So two names it if I write something here. If I write 10, 20, 50, 100, or as much as I wish, many lines of program code here, and then I can save the file with file save as file name. So I will give some file name here. So first.py. So first.py, py for Python. So this is extension for Python files. So if I write something here, this we call Python script. So we can write the program code multiple lines, and then can save it, can run it using this run F5. I think this screen is in video, it will look little bit smaller. So if I can enlarge it, so this is done, but how to make this bigger? So this is run option is here. F5 you can press to run, and this run button is also there. So you can run a file if you have saved it in the form of a script, or you can also line by line, one line, two lines programs you can run here directly, which is interactive mode or command line mode. So today we'll start using it. So because you have installed it properly and now you can use it, so I am telling you basic things about how to use it as a calculator. So command prompt will start using first. So here I will use and tell you how the operators work. So especially arithmetic operators. So these are the arithmetic operators which we are using since uh, primary school. So plus, minus, multiplication, division, and this modulus operator. So they are similar to the other programming languages like C programming and all. So plus, minus, multiplication and division and modulus operator. I hope that you know about a modulus operator. And if there is any difference in usage, I will be telling you while we'll discuss. Then there are some other operators also which also you can use, that is star star. So that this is an operator which gives you to the power. So 2 to the power 4, you can write 2 to the power 4 as 2 star star 4. Similarly, if you want to write print, so print, so that you can write print hello world. So this is print command, printf statement, like a statement for this Python programming. So how to use them, that's what is our purpose today. So we will explore it on in the command line. So if I can raise the size of this command line so that we can easily see or view. So I think that font size, okay. So this is remove all variables, previous variables, and then so if you can see this, now I'm writing here, and what I wrote here I will also write here in script. So see how the plus operator works. You all know 2 plus 3. So this is, I am pressing enter and the output is 5. So plus operator, similarly minus operator 6.78 minus say 8.12, then this is minus 1.3, this is the answer. So similarly multiplication 5, 6, 7 and multiplied by 7, 8, 9. So this is the answer. See Python difference, and let us see division also. 897 division by 1.2, 12.345. See this. So if I do like this, uh, I can obtain the result for say multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Now, what is the difference if we talk about compare it with the C programming? The difference is of size. So in C programming, if you are using an integer, it is bounded by some size. But here you can take like this number, big numbers. So this plus, I'm typing something arbitrarily, so it's a big number. So you can see that we can obtain the result. So for division, multiplication and this, the difference is of size. And now you see the modulus operator. So in C programming, you understand what is modulus. Modulus means that you are going to get the remainder of the division. So 56 modulus 5, so I'll get 1. 56 modulus 5, so I get 1. So in C programming, modulus operator accepts both the integer operands. So both side operands must be integers only. But here, what I can do, I can take the floating point type of operands also. So if I write 56.4 modulus 5 or 5.1, even say, so it will take and will give you the remainder. So this is how you can use the plus, minus, division and these arithmetic operators, and you can also observe the difference. So difference is the modulus operator is having difference of type of operand. It also accepts the floating point numbers, floating point operands in Python. In case of C program, it is not allowed. In many other things like in even Excel, so it accepts the floating, but only the C programming is not allowing you. Similarly, the size, so you need not bother about the size of the variables like long integer and short integer, and those things you need not worry about. So that all things we will discuss in data types. So here only we are introducing ourselves with the environment of this Spyder platform. So these are the basic things. We are using it as a calculator. You can also see that if I write 2 star star 4, that means it is giving you 16, 2 to the power 4. So star star 4 means this. And if I write 6 divide 2, so it will give you 3. That is the floor value of the division result, floor value. So I hope you understand the floor value. Floor value means, say if answer is say it is 8 uh, divide 3, then it is answer is 2, and if I do 8 divide 3, answer is 2.66. So what is the difference? Divide means floor value. So 2.66 was the expected answer of 8 divided by 3. But if I write 8 divide 3, means divide operator is used twice, so that is floor value. So it is 2, answer is 2. So it will give you the floor value of the result. So if I write say minus 8 divide 2, what will happen? So it will give you the, it is minus 8 divide by 2. So it is minus 4. But minus 8 divide 3, then it will give you minus 3. So it is not 2, minus 2, because floor value. So floor value is always the integer which is on left side of the value, like 2.66. So left side is integer is 2, nearest integer is 2 on number line. And for minus 2.66, it will be minus 3. So in that manner it calculates. So these are the some idea about the operators. We also need some idea about print statement. So I'm using here print, and then opening parenthesis, quote, and I'm writing hello, quote is closed, parenthesis is closed. So now print and this. So this will print hello. So this is equivalent statement like printf. So output is hello. Then you can also write C print, and then bracket open quotes. I'm writing some x equals to quotes close, then comma, and I'm writing 10. So 10 is a constant. So x equals to, and then after quotes closed, so this string x equals to and 10 will be printed. So x equals to 10 is printed. Now see, if I assign some a equals to 55.23, a equals to 55.23, and I want to print the value, so I will write print and a only, no quotes. Why not quotes? Because this is a variable. So it is printing 55.23. Percentage D, percentage F, percentage U, and all those things which are called the specifiers, format specifiers, those are not required here. You can directly write. So if I want to write print a equals to and something, then I will write a print bracket open, quotes open, a equals to sign, quotes close, comma. Now I write only a. So this a variable value will be printed, a equals to 55.23. So in this manner, you can use this printf statement. So this is how we use at command line. So we should practice it at command line, and anything we want to test, we can use here. Now I show you how we use print and other operators and variable declaration. So little bit idea I am giving you here, and script and saving a script, etc. So this is the basic idea. See, if I want to make this x edge say 2234.567, I'll directly write it here like this. I need not mention float, int, etc. So this will automatically will become float. then no semicolon is required. You can go to next line and you can write, say, some y is equals to, this is an integer value, so 45. So you may ask about the string type things and all. So all those things we will discuss when we will discuss the data types. What we today are doing is we are making ourselves familiar with the Spyder environment, this editor, how to write, where to write scripts, how to use command line and all. So see, this y is 45. Now we are going to take z equals to, say, this number x multiplied by this number y. So this is how we can write a statement for multiplying. Now I want to print. So see how in different ways we can print. So print, and I'm opening brace, closing brace, then I'm writing this within quotes. So if I want to write something like x equals to, and then I want value of x, so I will write x here. Then again comma, and then I want y equals to, so I will put y equals to, and then value of y, so y. Then again comma, I want to write z equals to, and then comma and z. So no these semicolon etc required. You can write like this. Now you see, let me execute this or save this file. So I'm saving this as file save as. So if I press save as, it will prompt me for this. So first .py already exists, so it will say, do you want to overwrite? So I will overwrite, otherwise this will not appear. So overwritten. Now I can run using this run. This is menu, file, edit, search, run. So run, or here is a button also, and I can also press F5. So this button I'm using. So see here, what you see, this is output. So here output is x equals to 234.567, y equals to 45, and z equals to the multiplication of these two numbers. So this the how this is used. Now, if you don't want to use this x equals to and this only values you need, you can write like this: this x, comma y, comma z. So what will happen? You will not get this x equals to like statements. You will only get the values. So three values are given over there. So space is automatically taken. You need not worry about that. If you put a comma between two variables like this x, y, z, then it will show you the values. Say if you don't want to use this z variable and you directly want to display the multiplication of these two, or say plus of these two, x plus y you can display, then x plus x minus y you can display, x multiplied by y you can display. So whatever you will write over here, these calculation will be performed and output will be displayed. So this output is here. You can see x and y values, then their summation, their difference, their product. And even if you divide, the quotient will be the division result will be displayed. So x divided by y, and you may also require x to the power y. So all these things, so you can see here. So sorry, I have not executed it, so by to go here and execute it. So you see here is some big number 4 point something and e to the power 106. So that is for x to the power y. So I hope that you are getting this, how to use this. Now let us see, if I want multiple statement in single line, then what I can do, I can put semicolon and then next statement. This last semicolon is not required, but if there are multiple statements in a single line, you need to separate them using semicolon. So what we will say, semicolon is optional. If you want to use multiple statement in a single line, you use semicolon, otherwise you change the line, semicolon is not required. So I put semicolon here, and then I write z equals to, say, x plus y. So if I display these things x, y, z, then I can write like this. This is z, and see if I can also write like this. Only one statement I will one line I will write here. Uh, the values are the values are, and then comma, quotes close, comma. So these values are and like this. So I'm pressing enter again and again. Here you run it. So if you run, the values are and then this is displayed. So you can organize your string and these things. So say if you have a I again I'm removing these semicolons, so I write here and then z. So if you want to write something in multiple lines, say you want to write z equals to 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, and then you want to write something in next line of the same statement, so statement is not changed yet. So you will use a backslash here, which will tell that statement we are continuing with this statement. So plus 6 plus 7, then this plus 8, like this, and this is plus 1 plus this. So we up to 8. So the up to 8 summation of the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a single statement because this shows the continuation of the statement backslash. So if I now the value is the z is, so let me type here z is equals to, and only z I'm displaying, the other things I will not display. Say this, so print z equals to and this z. So let us try it. So I have executed it, z equals to 36. So this is the output here. I hope it is visible to you. This is 36 over here. So 36, 1 plus 2 plus 3. So backspace, this backslash is used for continuation of statement. Here in command line also you can use this. So let me show you here also. See 2 plus 3 backslash, then in I have pressed enter, but statement is still continuing. I am writing plus 4. So now I have pressed enter, it is output is 9. So you can continue with the same statement like this. You can write multiple statement also in a single line. Let me tell you about the comments. So because you have studied many programming languages like C programming, C++, Java, etc. So I hope that you know what is a comment. So if I want to make something a comment, then what you can do, you can write like this, single line comment. So this is single line comment, single line comment. Now this line is not part of executable code. It is only a comment for compiler. So hash you put if you want to make something a comment. If you want to make multiple lines as a comment, then you need to write 3 quotes. So quote, see, double quote, double quote, double quote. So these 3 quote opened. Now I write comment here. Comment 1, comment 2, comment 3, and so on. And I close quote, quote, quote. So this is closed now. So these are the, now these has become comment, and we are writing this print z equals to this. So let us write here z equals to 10, or say 1000, 10,000. Then we will execute it. So you see z equals to 10,000 is the output, and these are the comments. So how you can create multi-line comments? So for multi-line comment, use 3 quotes, 3 double quotes, double quotes for multi-line comments, multi-line comments, and hash for single line comments. So this is how you can use the you can create the comments in your code. I am again telling you, when we write here or work here, this is called interactive mode or command line mode, or sometimes like a calculator we are using or Python. And if I write something here, multiple lines of code, and then I save the file with file save as .py extension, so Python script. So these are called scripts. So in this way we do this. See, uh, if we make some syntactical error, what happens? Let us see what happens. So if say z equals to 10, this much, then print z, and then I write here y uh, equals to 90, and then I write print. Instead of print, I write printf, uh, intentionally to see what happens if we make a syntactical error. So y equals to, and this y. So let us see. Now I run this and see the output. So what you see here that this file, it is run file. So this is only the name of the file, which file is run. Then you see here z equals to 10,000. So this z equals to 10,000 and its printing statement is executed. Then it is showing the error in print y equals to this. So this line is not executed, it is error. So name printf is not defined. So this is the error message. Name print. So what is the difference you see? You observe it that if it would be a C programming code, the first line z equals to this print would not have executed. Here it is executed. So up to this point it is executed. Here is an error. Here is an error. So this is how interpreter works. If a compiler is performing, then this would not happen. It would have told you there is an error in line number 11 and you correct it. Only after that I will take course of execution for this program. So I did this demonstration just to show you the difference in working of interpreter and a compiler. So this is enough for today's discussion, because you have recently installed this Anaconda Navigator on your PC and you are getting your familiar with the environment. So you learn how to save files, how to write the code, what is the difference in a script and command line execution, interactive mode. So all these things, or for this is for starting. And you can, if you have interest in knowing more theoretical aspects of things, then you can also take some book of Python which give you elementary things. So one book, there are many in market, but McGraw-Hill book, problem solving this Python programming. The book title is Python Programming by Anurag Gupta and GP Viswas. So I recommend that book. If you like to see, you can take this the e-book version or whatever. If you can take a hard copy of it. So Anurag Gupta and GP Viswas book. So I'm following this book to discuss or introduce you with this Python programming. So it's a McGraw-Hill book. So this is the publisher's name. You can take this book, McGraw-Hill. The title of book is Python Programming. So there are many books available. You can arrange by yourself and you can study a little bit the introductory theoretical aspects, and you can practice these things. Get yourself familiar with this. So the next time we will discuss about keywords, identifiers, and data types in our next week. So this is our week 2 discussion. Week 1. I assume that you have spent that in installation and other purposes. Thank you very much for watching this. And your problems are always invited. You can discuss me your problems anytime. You can drop me a WhatsApp message. But I hope that you will confine yourself to drop me problems related to the subjects I'm teaching. Thank you very much.